Everybody, this is Shawn Powell. I wanted to talk about a game plan or game plans potentially, whatever just comes to mind. Different things that I have learned that has really helped me in power lead systems. And a lot of this is being triggered because I had a long, really good conversation yesterday. I did a one-on-one Facebook video with one of my downline, Mr. Darwin, and and really I enjoy that. A lot of times when I do a video or when I talk to somebody, it influences me to want to do a video. And I think a lot of times what happens, y'all, is when you apply a lot of action, you store a lot of this stuff, but you don't think of what other people haven't done or may have questions about and things you've learned. And these are really the ways that you bring content out. What am I going to do a video about? Well, to be perfectly honest, if you get around your people and you ask questions, do some, FaceTime or Facebook videos or, phone or whatever you want to do with them. Just take a little bit of time. A lot of times you'll realize that they're going to ask some of the questions that's going to trigger things that you can really teach people. And I really enjoyed that. It was about 2 hours of me and him just sitting there talking, and had his dogs, his cats, all sorts of animals coming around. And so anyhow, all right. So this is it, y'all. One of the best game plans I've found in power lead systems, and one that a lot of y'all can use is if you think about it, y'all. Power lead systems has got about 20,000 people in it. I'm gonna speak real quick on this. I've taught this before. I call it leveraging one business against the other. But I'm gonna speak a lot quicker on this one, just so you can get the grasp of it. If you want a more in-depth exactly how I do it, then look up. My video is actually in my playlist for power lead systems. You should look for the word leverage. It's the only one I actually have that up there with. Okay, so let's say you got power lead systems, got 20 some thousand people in it, for the most part. I'm not sure exactly how many, but somewhere in the ballpark. All right, then you look over here, and let's say that just like Mr. Darwin and a couple of my downline, I'm just going to use an example because I don't promote it. I'm not against it. Just use an example. MCA, Motor Club of America, right? Okay, yeah, I want you to think about this. How big is Motor Club of America? Mr. Darwin told me yesterday. Now I did not know it was that many, but probably is. It's a huge business. There's, I think he said about 7 million people in it. Okay, now y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, if if I jumped in Motor Club of America and I decided to take it seriously, my PLS business would go crazy, right? Now let me ask you something. Why would that work like that? Because if I decide to jump into business and I already know that I'm gonna be making videos and I'm gonna be a beacon for that business, all I got to do is find that primary business that's going. What's that vessel I'm gonna run with? What do I believe in? What fits me? What can I make videos on all the time and never get tired of? Okay, that's what your primary business should be like. A business you believe in that has no limitations. You're willing to go over and beyond, and make this thing really, really big, change your life, right? Kind of business. Now, because I know that I'm gonna be putting the work in if I was doing MCA. All right, YouTube. If I'm promoting YouTube, it's always my objective, my goal to get on page one on for that business, right? That's my goal. I want to be hammering away. I would love to be that top video. And if there's not a lot of people in it, there's no reason why I shouldn't, because of my focus, my focal point. That's my goal, is to get to that point. So I would hammer away, just being relentless. That's been my new favorite word lately, to be honest. My little boy's been saying it too, so I don't know where we got it from. But I'm just be relentless and focus at that. And if you do that more than others, you're going to get that spot. Okay, you do not have to be on page one to see tremendous results for the keywords for MCA or Motor Club of America, right? Um, if you are putting out good content and you're getting seen at all and they're relating to you, you're going to get some followers and people are going to see you as like the poster child for someone new coming into MCA. Now, always, like always, you want to teach people what you know, uplift, proof, progress. just keep getting content going out there and grow on, for that business as becoming an authority for MCA. So that would be my goal. If there was only 100,000 people in it, I should demolish that top spot for MCA at YouTube. It would happen, right? I know I would because I put the work in. It would take more work for sure because you're talking about a business that's been around for a while. There's been a lot of people make a lot of money in it. There's no doubt about it. I'm not even that crazy about the way it pays to me personally. I'm not knocking it or anything. It's just I would be looking something a little different than it that would make more money. But there's no doubt about it. There's people that's already killed, that are considered an authority, probably got lots and lots of videos, things of that nature. So it would be a tougher job to get. All right, if I'm having a big business like this, the keywords that are most, compensation, MCA review, MCA, this, that, the most common words you're going to find for, when you do a search for any kind of business, they may be some that you would go for, sure, just because you need to put those videos in, you need to put that content in, and hope that you do go to that level. But to be perfectly honest, you might find some sweet spots that are not the top of the keywords for the big keywords, but you wind up getting the top of some other keywords. You got what I'm saying? Sometimes that alone will bring in some really big traffic. I collect video games, big arcade games, right? Sometimes I change out the boards inside of it, and I put in another one, and I got a 512 in one, 512 in one board. Now, how many people do you think use the word arcade? A lot. How many people would use this and that? So it'd be hard to rank it that. But 512 in one review, 512 in one PCB review. I'm number one. What did I get for that? Thousands and thousands and thousands of views. Would I have been able to rank that? Because there's not that many people's got that video up there. You see what I'm saying? It became popular later. I was kind of coming at just the right time. I consider a business has got a time where you got this, it's starting to come. You can feel it, but there's that wave coming. And you want to catch the front of that wave and ride that wave in, right? There's a lot of people been riding that wave for a long time on MCA. You have a hard time getting at some of those keywords. But some of those secondary keywords, like I just said, 512 and 1, you might be able to find something sweet that works for you. Are you going to learn it? I don't know what that keyword could be for your business, to be honest. It's something you would try and learn from it. I will give you a big clue. The word update is hot. I've used it several times. Maybe I shouldn't tell you that, but yes, the word update for whatever that business it seems to grab attention. About like alert, or or something like just seems to grab attention. So I think update is one of the keywords that don't get used that you can find a sweet spot for. So that might be something you want to try for whatever your primary business is doing. Okay, now let's get back to this. How am I going to make MCA this rock solid business, this thing I'm producing, putting a lot of emphasis on? How am I going to grow my PLS business? All right, I want you to listen to this real good, y'all, because it's simple. Let me get to a different picture down here. My little boy, I posted a picture of him. I posted on my timeline on Facebook to see. I just posted this recently. Who, if you had to go back, if you had to pick somebody to be for Halloween, who would you be? I know we're all old and stuff, blah blah blah, but who would you be? And I put why. And I'm trying to interact a little bit, so I'm gonna get my little boy's picture right here. It's a really sweet picture of him when he was Buzz Light. A Ninja Turtle. I was trying to find a Buzz Light one, but anyhow, it's a really good picture. Okay, all right, y'all. So if I'm putting on the work here and putting all the emphasis here, and this is really working for me, it's I'm starting to grow. You got to realize how many people are actually doing an MCA Surge that aren't already in it, right? Now, if that's all I was doing, if I was just doing just MCA and nothing else, I can't really truly benefit a whole lot from that other than get a following of people, but there's nothing for them to connect with me with. other than that primary business. And that's not, there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you want to do. But I will mention that in just a second. Okay. But if I'm getting 20% of the people that are not in the business watching me and they connect with me, of course, over time, I'm going to get new members in. Of course, I'm going to be a workhorse in MCA and they're going to know who I am, right? I'm going to make a name for myself. My subscribers would go ridiculous. The number of subscribers I would have if I was doing a business with 7 million people in it would be stupid. I would have, in businesses, it's kind of hard to build up. I got a little over 2,000 subscribers for YouTube. 2004, I think, is what I checked this morning. But if there was 2 million people and I was connected with, and I was really being a workhorse in it, I would have a lot of people that really would be motivated by, my energy I would have for that business, and I'd be getting probably about 30 signups a day. I've seen where there was 2 million people in the business, and I was averaging up to 20, 30 subscribers per day. Okay, so I'm pointing it that way, and 20% of the people may not even be in the business. That's great. That's the kind of ratio I don't mind. Other 80%, they are getting on board. They're enjoying what I'm doing, right? So we've got something in common. That's a great thing. Now, title of the business is going to be up there every day because every video I make, I am hammering away at getting it top of YouTube. Description will be a mirror image of that title. Okay? I don't want this to be varied from this. I want to copy and paste every word and put down below it in the description. Now, to the right of that, I would put my link because I want them to connect with me. Right below that, I would put my phone number. Okay, I'm a male species. I usually don't get hit on by women trying to harass me. It's almost like it wouldn't bother me if it did. I know women live they got a whole different thing, and those are roadblocks that you have to get over, y'all. And what that could be is go get a Google phone number. You do whatever you got to do. You can't keep yourself from not being accessible. Personally, I think that getting some kind of phone number that you can work with fixes that. And if you're a female species, that's another roadblock you need to get over, and just do it, right? It's a little roadblock, okay? But I definitely have my phone number right there. And then down below my description, I could have pretty much the basic things over and over again. Now, if I know what I'm going to do the video on, I will say it before I do the video, because YouTube checks to see, does everything match? How are you going to become an authority if your video doesn't even match what it says? How are you going to become an authority if your description doesn't match this that's in the video? The title, everything needs to be on par, going in the same direction. And even then, it's only just a small step. You got to do that every day, or as much as you feel like doing videos, making good videos, right? Try to do it as much as you can and stay focused on those keywords. YouTube has a tendency to credit those who are workhorses. And even though other videos have been created 3 years ago, I don't know how long MCA has been around, but it's been around for a while, I'm sure, 3 or 4 years ago, whatever it may be, longer than that, I'm sure, then if I'm the workhorse now, I can take out these videos that have gotten 20,000 views. I'm sure there's a lot of views for that business. I could take them out with even with less likes, less comments, or anything, because I'm being a workhorse for those keywords. That's what you got to think like. And you don't have to be on page one. If I got there, great. But if I didn't, it's not going to hurt my feelings because I know I'm getting seen. And these people are either not in the business who are interested, or they are in the business and they are on my side. That's all I can do. So what do I got to do, y'all? Believe in the business. Open my mouth and get out there. That's it. That's what 90% of the people aren't doing in the first place. And that's what they are inspired by you. So it's not even hard. You just doing what a lot of these people won't do or don't do. And uplift these people to do the same. Give them the answers. Y'all don't give them a gray area. Give them the answers. I'm trying to give you the answers right now. Right? Same thing. Okay. Title, MCA. Description, MCA. Talking about MCA. You say at the title before you do the video if possible, if you've already named it, for the most part. That usually helps. Now, all the video, of course, I'm showing MCA, talking about all the good points, the bullet points, reason I love it, this and that, people that's in the business, it's all geared for it. Now, about halfway through the video, if it's a short video, I'd say halfway. If it's a long video like mine are and usually talk too much, then you might want to maybe say the last percentages of it. Maybe the last 20%, 30%. And always sell power lead systems as the answer to any business. I'm not just saying that because it is, y'all. It is the answer to any business. A lot of y'all who think that my money I make from online business came from power lead systems. It did not. It came from these beast of businesses, primaries, that I used my power lead systems to make that. Now, while I was making great income here, my PLS business went crazy. I stumbled across this and I won't even really trying to. It was a game plan. And I was like, you know what? I'm getting the right kind of people that are really connected with me here in this business. Now, if I tell these people what I'm doing, the answer is power lead systems, and I give them an opportunity to get their own landing pages, their own sales pages, share codes, get around these right kind of people, learn to brand themselves, do the things that are the answer. What can I make with this? Y'all, I can tell you, I had times that my PLS business was going ridiculous and it was coming from the primary business. And I was leveraging a 20,000 people business against in this case, example, 7 million people. How many people are in my MCA that are not in my power lead systems? The ratios are slim to none. Now, let's say somebody watched one of my videos, then they watch a second one. The next week they see a third one. And in every video, I'm giving them the answer to any online business is power lead systems. What do you think it's going to do, y'all? Two things. Number one, these people are appreciating you. They are more than likely looking a way that they can connect with you. They like to be on your team. I don't care if I'm in their MCA, they're in my MCA. If we have no affiliation, there's different teams. I assume, MCA is like every other business. I don't know really. Never looked into it. But let's say that, they've got different teams of people, whatever. They want to be part of what I created and made, share code, whatever. Treat these people like they are yours. Honestly, give them every secret you've got. If there's anything that's making you work at MCA that'll help them, then give them the answers, give them the blueprints, give them the road, the map, everything, and let them use their power lead systems business. And all you got to do, y'all, is be smart about this. Every video I make, all I did was take the time to tell people, y'all, this is what power lead system can do for you. Here's the difference between standing out and branding. I look like I'm singing or something. Good Lord, can't share that no more. There's my sales page I created. I could give them a share code form. I would tell these people to take this, change the buttons, do whatever you can do, y'all. Make this thing yours. Really make it yours, and get out to the people, and you've got something. And they're going to be able to do the same thing with their PLS business, leverage it against that big business. No one does this, y'all. I've seen some people where they'll put both businesses in it, and I got that. That's fine. But in the YouTube world, I don't see a lot of big leaders. I see Rob Frazier. I know that he knows the value of YouTube. Okay, I know he does. You don't make. I think he said. I think I heard somebody say 1,800 videos. He's been doing this for about 8 years. I'm pushing close to 1,000 videos. I've been doing this for less than 3 years. This month makes my third year since ever being my first day in online business. So I'm getting out to people. He's getting out to people. You don't make this many videos for no reason. Okay? So there's no doubt in my mind, Rob already knows he's on the right path. Other leaders, a lot of times they focus, and that's fine, y'all. There's nothing wrong with this. They will hit and miss with YouTube. They'll do a little YouTube. You can look them up and find them there. They got some real estate. They just didn't, explode the real estate business as much as they could when it's free in the YouTube world. All you got to do is just open your mouth and get out there and get seen. You know what I'm saying? Learn to make it work for you. Learn to just let go. You know, me and Rob Frazier, we're a lot different. Okay. But what do we have in common? There's a lot of things in common that a lot of leaders have in common, right? Now, he's very blunt. He's going to tell you what he thinks if you ever see his post. And you know what? I have no problem with that. If somebody don't like that, then, that's the difference between people. A person can like another person. A person may not like another person. It doesn't really matter to me personally whether or not someone gets content from me that they like. If I produce value for them. If not, great. Then go to that other channel, and I hope you the best in the world. I hope you find somebody that motivates you, that makes you want to get out your comfort zone, start hammering away, and maybe you've got a Boston attitude or something like that, and you just want to and Rob kind of reminds me of a little bit of that Boston attitude, that bulldog attitude. And I got that to some degree, but I'm just a lot different. So nothing knocking Rob at all. It's great. I think he's awesome what he does. But people are different. Now, this is a big tip too. Don't try to be somebody else, right? If Rob influenced me, if he did, then I might take some of the good things I like that Rob did. Now, to be honest, I was influenced more by Chuck Bolle. I didn't know Rob until later on. Chuck Bolle is really the one that kind of got me realizing that I didn't have to make every YouTube video a 4-minute video. A lot of times, what I'd have to say would be worth somebody listening to it, and I believe that. I heard him tell me that personally, and he was talking about himself, and that's what I kind of had in common with him. And there's no way that you can't talk about a business for 30 minutes without people believing that you believe in your business and you get comfortable with it. Next thing you know, some really good content starts coming out. Never would have happened in a 4-minute video. So, though YouTube tells you, yes, it's going to drop off after 4 minutes, you need to get it in. They're right. I know they're right. There's all the studies in the world that say they're right. But the ones who really probably need to listen to what I got to say and what Chuck Bolle had to say when he passed away recently or a little while back, I think they'll hang around to hear what they need to hear, in my opinion. So anyhow, if you are trying to be someone else, then who's going to be you? You ever thought about that? If you're trying to be somebody else, then who's going to be you? There's nothing wrong with the you are. And you know what, y'all? Everybody has got their own story. A lot of y'all, most people have got that hard luck. I was broke. I don't have that. To be perfectly honest, I'm not saying I was rich or anything, but I've 26 years working my tail off. I had, you know, I didn't really have financial issues like a lot of people have. I was a single guy, made a lot of good decisions in my past that made my bills stay cheap. So I really didn't have that hard luck story like that. What I did have, and a lot of y'all's heard this, my little boy gone half the week. You know, babysitters doing stupid things. Some things I can't even tell you, to be honest. But as far as my little boy not being here, that was my problem, and me realizing I had no end in sight, and that my days off, I wouldn't even want to cut the grass because I felt like I was wasting my day. Things like that, y'all. That's what my story could consist of. My story would reach people who are used to working 60 hours, up to 90 hours a week in restaurants. I had weeks that, honestly, y'all, if I knew how many hours I worked, I probably wouldn't have shown up when I was younger. I had weeks that when I supposed to left, I was so used to babysitting and being there that we would go eat. Me and the girl I was dating would go out and eat. This was in Greenville, kind of a bigger town for me and redneck area that I live in. Go get something to eat there, and then I would immediately go back over there just because I was so used to being there. And you tell you something else to y'all. I was there so much that when I left there and went somewhere else, I had problems with my girlfriend because she wasn't used to me being there. Ain't that sad? I've seen people that worked in restaurants that they had marital issues because when they got to cut their hours back or retire or whatever happened, the wife wasn't used to them being there. It's a whole different life for them. I don't ever want to get myself in a situation like that where being home with someone I love is actually a conflict because they're not used to it. My little boy and me, I'm telling you, I will say it, and I've said it over and over again. The reason I got an online business is because of my little boy. If it weren't for him, I would be in the restaurant right now. There's no doubt in my mind. You wouldn't even know who I am. You wouldn't even click this video because it wouldn't exist. So I know God has a tendency to put things in the right direction, and a lot of times you don't see it. And a lot of times, y'all, you get out of your comfort zone and things like that, y'all. It's I don't know how to say it. It's like sometimes things have to happen in your life. Sometimes something bad has to happen for you to get moved in the direction you're supposed to get. Because if you're in your comfort zone and you've built this little place that you're at right now and you're stuck and you don't even realize a lot of you, and then let's say that something bad happens, like my little boy going in the hospital. That's what woke me up. $11,000 bill for a 5-day stay at Chapel Hill got me home wanting to look online because that could have been something a lot worse. My mom had a kidney transplant when I was 4. I seen poverty with my mom. Well, basically broke. I don't know if it's called poverty. We always had food and stuff, but I was broke, you know, and I felt like that could happen to anybody. And I started thinking to myself, maybe I should try, even though I had my job, this and that. There's a little more to it than just that. And that's when I started looking. Sometimes God needs to nudge you in the right area because you wouldn't done it coming out your own comfort zone. A lot of times, the things that are bad for us or we don't like are wind up being the thing that really moved you where you needed to be in the first place. Sometimes God blesses you in ways and you don't even know it. You don't see it right now. And that to me is what that stay at Chapel Hill was. It really was to me. So it's been a blessing. Thank God. I never want to hear me say that, thank God for my little boy going in the hospital. Thank God of waking me up because of it and getting me going in the right direction. Okay. So focal point, big primary business, little business. Become a freaking beast in that primary business. Title everything, description. Make your own, use your content, y'all. Landing page, sales pages. That's what Power Lead Systems is for. Brand you, brand you, brand you. Don't quit branding these other guys. They're branded enough. Go brand you. See what I'm saying? Brand you. Use our content until you're ready. And do the little things I'm telling you. Take a landing page, manipulate it. Take this page here if you like. Take the guy that's singing out and put you there. I won't sing it, just to let you know. Wow, it looks like a little bit of light there. Take one of these pages I've created, y'all. Put you in here, and then they'll connect with you, and then go through the sales page. And if you like me to explain it to you, or then let that happen. That's an easy way that people connect with you. You're standing there with your hand out the front door, welcoming people into your business, right? Use your content. Use your own tools. Make your own content. Learn how to do the business, right? Learn how to use it. Then, while these people are coming in, the ratio of the ones who are already in the business, great. They're going to be filtered down into this because they see the content and that you're just getting out to people, and most of them are not in the first place. So you're going to stand out to them. They're going to subscribe to your channel. They're going to relate to you. Y'all got something in common. And do you have in common that they don't have yet is going to be branding you, showing them the answers to this business that you're succeeding in, and they're going to get in. They're going to filter right down to it. That's how I use Power Lead Systems against a larger business. If you're in a big business, you've got something great. Here's the downfall, if there is one. MCA, to be honest, it's rock solid. I don't think it's going anywhere. Personally, I think somebody could take MCA and run with it with PLS and make a crap load of money. I honestly think that they make more money in PLS than they would in MCA if you learn how to do it right. But it doesn't really matter. A dollar from PLS is just as good as a dollar from your primary business, in that case, MCA. So that's something to think about. Now, I told you earlier, if you weren't using a primary business, here's the importance, y'all. And I keep saying this, and it's not going to change. You cannot make life-changing income when you're just at the minimum in Power Lead Systems. If I'm only going to make $20 per person, and the first 10, 5 of them are going to go up to my upline, Even though I get a 50% match of everything, that's great. That's great, y'all. But it takes a little while to be building up that income. So, so even then, if I get 6 people this week in the Power Lead systems, one of them is still going to multiply because every 5, the 5th one's going up. That's great, y'all. Think about it. If this is me here and I got 20 people, down below me, then every 5th one's gonna go up to me. You got what I'm saying? So don't worry about that. That's fine. The layout is awesome. But what I'm telling you is there's a huge difference between $100 a week because you got 6 members in, one went up, and then you wind up making $100 in new growth, and having Diamond where you're making $100 commissions and $400 commissions. Let me show you. I know some of y'all seen this, but I keep this here for a reason, y'all. This 155, this 360 to 191. Notice how it jumps up here, y'all. Do you know why it jumps? Diamond and platinum are the reasons and the difference between a $4,000 a week, a $1,000 a week. If you watch my last videos last week, I show you a $1,400 a week compared to a $100 a week. It isn't from gold. You've got to be all in. If you go promote Power Lead Systems by itself, then as far as I'm concerned, y'all, don't ever promote a business halfway, because halfway doesn't get you half results. Being gold is not going to give you $700 weeks when platinum and it gives you $1,400. That's the 100 compared to 1,400. 14 times as much income just because I'm being, I'm pushing something, y'all. I'm focal point is at primary is going to be PLS with platinum, diamond, and gold. Now, some of y'all, you're having success in the free lead systems. Some of y'all might have success with your $6, $7 systems that's in PLS. I understand that, y'all. I myself, I focus at gold, diamond, platinum. I don't change it because I never have. I'll put it this way. When I did change it, it was horrible. That was the worst $6 I ever made in my life. People didn't upgrade. They didn't even know Power Lead Systems was connected. They didn't get what Power Lead Systems was about, and it was a failure. I could not delete it quick enough and get back to my gold, diamond, and platinums and start getting back on track. If you're going to do Power Lead Systems, go all in, period. The day I went gold is the same day, same hour, same minute I went diamond. I was a hardhead. I lost $800 before I ever really woke up about what platinum could do for me. And because I wasn't pushing platinum, I was like, you know what? I'm not missing much, right? And then they started coming in. Think about if I had been pushing them the way I've been pushing diamonds, how much more money would I have made in the first month, second month, before I actually decided to start going platinum. It's a big difference, y'all. That's for sure. All right, y'all. I'm going to end this. I hope you enjoyed this. I didn't get much sleep last night. I slept so much lately, I've been taking naps on the couch. I think it's the whole old man thing. I'm 44-ish, about to turn 45 in another month. Yeah, I'm good with that. That's great. But the last couple of days, I've been sleeping more, and I just couldn't sleep last night. And I woke up this morning, and usually when I haven't had a lot of sleep, I have a tendency my words get a little messed up, so I apologize. But I wanted to really put out this content to let you know the importance of leveraging between a primary business and this, and how you can take Power Lead Systems and wind up making as much, if not more, leveraging from one to the other. And y'all, like I said, $1 from PLS is just as good as $1 from your primary business. Go ahead and sign up, y'all. I've got a really good landing page, sales pages. I got 19 landing pages with apparently, see what I'm saying? Like a sleep. Apparently me singing a lot, and that's what that is. And it takes you to here, and I've got a lot of this as my proof of income. I've got a lot of different people with, testimonials and stuff like that as well. And I show my own proof of income. And if you go ahead and sign up, y'all, go ahead and friend me on Facebook. I will personally welcome you in the Facebook group as the brand new diamond. And y'all going to be around 41,000 people that love this business. It's not just Shawn making money, y'all. It's far, far from it. So get you around the right kind of people and really get a chance to see what this thing can do for y'all. Go ahead and go gold. Go ahead and go diamond. Go ahead and go platinum. I spent 2 hours yesterday with one of my platinum, one-on-ones. I have a tendency to try to do that more with people who go all in, because I think that they deserve spending a little bit of time with me directly, see where they're at, and then go from there. So if you go all in, I will spend that time with you. Okay. If you need anything, let me know, and I look forward to seeing you in the Facebook groups. Appreciate it.